The evil Majin Buu is on a rampage, killing most of the remaining human population. To combat this, Goten and Trunks have been practicing the fusion dance to try and become the ultimate warrior to defeat Buu. Though, the fusion dance isn't going so well for them, as they've been failing a bunch. They become fat Gotenks and skinny Gotenks, with neither one of them seeming like the ultimate warrior. This especially makes Bulma nervous, as she realizes that if the kids mess up the fusion when they actually go to fight Buu, then they'll all be done for. She's not really doing anything other than playing cards up here, so maybe there's a way she can help the kids with this fusion and make it more accessible. She studies the dance some more and tries to get some info from Piccolo on what he knows about the dance. From this research, she thinks she has everything she needs to help the kids. She has Trunks fly back down to Capsule Corp to pick up the tools she needs, and once she returns, she builds the EX Fusion armband, which, according to the reincarnated Yamcha manga, she can make in just about 30 minutes. With the armband complete, she wants to test it out, but doesn't want to use her own son as a test subject, so she decides to try and have Piccolo and Krillin try it, since Piccolo is the next best at the dance besides the kids. Piccolo is confused on why Bulma wants to have him do the dance, and Krillin doesn't want to learn it, but she forces him to try. They both put on the EX armbands and try the dance. Thankfully, Bulma designed it so that anybody of any size or power can fuse together, and if they get the dance wrong, they just won't fuse. So, once they get it right, then they'll be able to fuse together. Piccolo and Krillin are eventually able to do it, and to everybody's surprise, they're able to fuse into EX Krillin. Krillin's power is actually gigantic, and everybody's surprised that Bulma's fusion armband managed to work so well. She also tells the fusion that they don't have a time limit, and the only way to defuse is just take the armband off. With the fusion of Krillin a success, it's time for the kids to try it now. Krillin defuses, and the armbands are given to Goten and Trunks to try. With the EX armbands, Goten and Trunks are able to successfully fuse into EX Gotenks, with their power being incredible. EX Gotenks gloats that he should be able to kick Buu's butt right away, but Bulma punches him upside the head and says that they're not leaving with those armbands and getting themselves killed. Gotenks stays behind, and with the fusion a success, now they need to plan their next course of action for fighting Buu. Bulma tells the group that she can create more armbands. That way, they can have multiple people fuse together to battle Buu, and maybe they'll have a chance. Since this is a life or death scenario, the group are all for this, and EX Gotenks trains in Super Saiyan, as Bulma creates more armbands for everybody. However, things take a drastic turn once the Buu that they wanted to fight is replaced with a 10 times more vicious and powerful Super Buu. Super Buu arrives on the lookout, demanding a battle, with the group worried that they're not prepared enough yet. Piccolo is thankfully able to get Buu to wait for an hour, and he sends Goten and Trunks into the time chamber to get some extra training, as Bulma goes in with them to at least try and get the remaining armbands completed. Tien eventually arrives at the lookout after being contacted by Piccolo to get up here, and he begins to practice the dance as well alongside the others. Buu finally gets fed up and explodes in rage, killing all of the humans and then trying to attack the others. Piccolo knows that they can't wait any longer, so tells Buu him and Krillin will fight him. Piccolo and Krillin put on the EX armbands and fuse back into Krillin. Krillin then contacts Goten and Trunks in the time chamber, saying they need to recover now, as he's going to try and buy them some time. Krillin and Super Buu battle, with Krillin knowing he can't win, so just doing his best to buy time. Super Buu is unimpressed by this display of power, and goes for the kill right away. Though, with well-timed special beam destructo discs, Krillin can't keep him at bay. Bulma, in the time chamber, manages to finish the EX armband she needs, so bursts out to give them to the others. The group are given their armbands and begin their own fusions to help Krillin. Two gigantic powers appear, with Krillin smiling, happy that he finally got some backup. EX Yamhan and EX Videl 18 have been created and join in to battle Buu. Buu is surprised on how powerful these mere humans have become, and while he knows that he is pretty far above them, it is concerning how strong they got over such a small period of time. The three fusions are able to hold off Buu long enough for EX Gotenks to fly out of the time chamber and join the battle in Super Saiyan. All of these warriors battling is actually now getting Boo nervous, and he's angry that all of these fools can put up so well with him, so he's going to even the playing field. He sneaks pieces of himself off and manages to absorb Yamhan and Videli Teen. Krillin and Gotenks watch as Boo erupts into newfound power, with Krillin knowing that he stands no chance anymore. Gotenks has to use his last resort, Super Saiyan 3, and tries to battle against Boo himself. Unfortunately, even with the power of Super Saiyan 3, Boo is now more powerful than all of them, and they realize that they're done for. Super Saiyan 3 is too much for Gotenks' body, and he reverts to normal. Boo is about to kill Gotenks, but Gohan returns just in time, kicking Boo away from the fusion. Gotenks praises that Gohan is here, but Gohan tells him not to get too excited just yet. He may have been able to land a hit on Boo, but he knows that with the way he is now, that he still won't be able to beat him. Boo explodes in power, saying he was wondering when Gohan would show back up again, though he's nothing to his might. Gohan powers up and battles Boo, with the two being evenly matched. This Boo isn't as powerful as the Canon Gotenks, since he doesn't have Gotenks absorbed, but having Yamhan and Videli Teen inside of him is still a considerable boost in power, enough for him to be on par, and maybe even a little bit above Gohan. While Gohan can hold his own against Majin, he's still not sure if he's going to be able to win. As the two fight, Krillin tells Gotenks that he has a plan. If Gohan can fuse with Piccolo, then that may be able to give them the boost that they need to fully eradicate Boo. But Gotenks is going to need to distract them enough to buy them time. Gotenks agrees to this plan and powers back up into Super Saiyan 3 to rush Boo as Krillin telepathically communicates with Gohan the plan. Gohan uses a solar flare to blind Boo as Gotenks appears, wrapping Boo into galactic donuts and sending the Super Ghost Kamikaze attack his way to blow him to bits. Krillin defuses and Piccolo begins to teach Gohan the fusion dance. Gotenks continues his assault on Boo to buy some time, but Boo escapes from his hold and slams him into the ground and beats on him some more. Before Gotenks is killed, Krillin sends a Destructo Disc his way to chop him in half. This distraction from Krillin buys the two enough time, and Gohan and Piccolo are able to successfully EX-fuse. The entire lookout quakes at the birth of this new fusion, and the fusion of master and student, Kolohan, flies down, telling Boo that it's all over for him now. Boo grits his teeth at yet another fusion gracing his presence, and flies over to punch Kolohan right in the face. However, Kolohan tanks to hit, not flinching in the slightest. Boo gasps as Kolohan nails him right in the chest. Boo spits up blood as Kolohan begins to wail on him. Kolohan is definitely the greatest possible fusion here, even better than Gotenks, due to the relationship that Gohan and Piccolo have. Kolohan is also in his ultimate form due to Gohan, and because of this fusion, Piccolo's ultimate form was unlocked from within him as well, meaning Kolohan has the power of both Ultimate Gohan and Ultimate Piccolo inside of him. He blitzes Boo, and even the candy beam is nothing to Kolohan, as they can just fly around as a candy and beat Boo that way, similar to what Vegito did in Canon. Boo has to resort to absorption once more, and goes to absorb Gotenks, but Krillin pushes the kid out of the way, and he's absorbed instead. Since this barely gave Boo any extra power to work with, Kolohan is able to unleash the ultimate Masenko Kamehameha to wipe out Boo completely, leaving no traces of the Majin left. Boo is no more. However, since Boo was killed with everybody inside of him, their friends unfortunately died too. The Gohan part of Kolohan wanted to try and find a way to save everybody inside of him, but the Piccolo part knew that it was way too dangerous to try and go inside Boo to save them, so it decided to just wipe Boo out right away and revive everybody later. Since the Earth Dragon Balls were used not too long ago, they decided to head to New Namek and use Purunga to restore all those killed to life. All those who were killed in a battle with Boo are restored, except for the evil ones with the first wish, and since Purunga can also revive anybody multiple times, they decide that now is the perfect time to finally bring Goku back to life. Goku is against it at first, but since his family pleads for him to come back, he finally decides to do so, and everything is as it once was, and more. Vegeta is returned to life as well, since thankfully Porunga didn't count him as one of the evil ones, and he is forgiven for all he did as Majin Vegeta. Him and Goku have another no-holds-barred battle once they're back, and Vegeta can now finally move on from his past aggressions. Bulma tries to get him to try out her EX armbands, but he tells her he's never going to try that silly little dance. Though, he is impressed by the sheer power that Gohan and Piccolo possessed as Kolohan, since he was watching their battle from the afterlife. Piccolo has been able to gain his ultimate form from the fusion, making him one of the most powerful Z fighters now, with him being able to match even Goku as a Super Saiyan 3. Things seem to be back to peace, though not for long, as a certain god of destruction has awoken to find the mystical Super Saiyan God. This time though, he's going to find a bit more resistance than in canon. We'll save that for the next part though, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, then make sure to like it and subscribe, and I'll see if this video can get around 300 likes, then I'll continue it into a part 2. So, thank you all so much for watching. And right before I go, I just want to give a huge shout out to all of my amazing patrons. In the official patron tier, we have Nathan, BBB, Bossmaker, Semroth, Happy Chappy, and Courtney Hawkins. In the moving up in the world tier, we have Patrick Sandelin, John Lister, Boris, Sin Shenron92, Oak Woodtree, Monal, Blake Foyer, Matthew Garcia, True Lightning Striker, Faisal Al-Sharif, Adrian Williams, Kelstar159, The Shadows, AK Cuber, Nuka Draco, and Reese Solant. And in the VIP patron tier, we have Levin726 and Canon. Finally, in the God tier, we have Tails Homie 99. Thank you especially, Tails Homie 99. You are an absolute god. And with all that, thank you all so much for watching, and until we meet again. See you later!